It's Thursday again, and we all know what that means. It's put your pants on day. So break out your finest pair of listening devices and join Ziona and Slaygon for a bit of chat live here on Slay Radio.
Wow. Thank you, Marcel, for this wonderful new intro, and thank you, Slaygon, for the, I wouldn't say amazing, but visuals. Stupid visuals.
Yeah, I think stupid is a very good measure.
And that was the aim. Oh, yeah.
Stupid is good.
The lights.
Better.
So, hello and welcome, everyone, on the 18th of June, 2020. And
we both had our birthdays now.
Yeah, we are after our birthdays. We both had cakes. We had amazing gifts and everything. At least my gifts were amazing. And
so were mine.
Ah, that's great to hear. And I just wanted a confirmation, you know. Anyway. Yeah.
I am a robot.
There was just a slight glitch with that, but about that later. It's okay. They will be, hopefully, our next streaming cameras.
At least one of them will. The other one seems to be hard to get up and running properly.
Yeah, I know.
Done some testing. So.
But still, you haven't tested it with your lenses, so let's see what will happen.
Yeah, well, we'll need the converter rings and stuff. Anyway, we can discuss that later.
Anyway, this day is, it seems like it's special. I don't know how all the countries are doing, but in Hungary, where I originally come from, they declared from today that quarantine, the 14 days of quarantine, is not mandatory anymore for those who visit the country. And also, events under 500 people can be held from now on, which is, I'm definitely happy to hear that. However, I think Corona likes this as well. So,
do not
let's
kid me.
see what will happen. And, Mowgli, the organizer of Function, wasn't really lazy because he instantly shared that there will be a Function 2020 demo scene party in September. So it is announced that from 18th to 20th of September, that weekend, there will be a demo scene party at Budapest. And we don't know anything else about anything yet. I haven't heard it. Michael Wildhagen said that in Germany, the things are still pretty closed, and let's see how they will be doing. Well, I'm gonna be curious, but I would be more than happy to go. So, if things are turning out good.
The good.
Yes.
Well, I don't have my hopes up very high, actually. I think we're going to be somewhere in the middle of a second wave there, right around that time or something like that.
There is certainly a risk for that. So, I think it might be. We might see that. I would not buy very soon that plane ticket, but it is also true that now probably many people will think that, okay, now we can go and come, so let's buy plane tickets. That's going to be also an interesting thing. And I also have to announce another thing. We have new friends in the studio, and from now on, they will participate in all our shows, and they will accompany us during all our shows. And thanks to Adam Bart Ceramics, by the way, and ceramics. Oh my God, I always cut this word's pronunciation. I don't know why. Anyway, the thing is that we got plenty of those little buddies here. Aren't they just cute?
Very cute.
And I have my hanger here. It's like it's from a fairy tale. It's so extremely cute. So we are really happy, and he said that most of those ceramics were done during listening to Slay Radio, which is like making them like even more relatable. But they are extremely cute, and check out his website. It's really really worth it. It's like everything is even more cute than on the pictures in real life. I can promise you that. It's like they were even cute from the pictures, but it's like, so he has the Etsy page, and Slaygon, do you have the URL?
Not right now. I was just about to say, or started to say that. I'm going to put that URL up on the thingamabob later on.
Yeah, thank you.
And post it on various places.
Yeah, so yes. And
very nice. Thank you, Ada.
Yes, thank you. It was an amazing birthday gift for both of us. So we love all of them. They are still like around there and
lots
behind
of small
me.
friends.
And yes, they surround us. So I don't know how much visible they are in the camera, but I can introduce them one by one later on as well. So today we prepared the first song that is very special in a sense that someone appeared on the remix scene and instantly uploaded about 20 remixes. A bunch. It's you are not even able to count it. It's like, yes, he started with 15 remixes. He is called Paul Nelson, and his latest remix is called Defender of the Crown Medley Grand Piano. The guy is really good with piano, I can tell you that. And he released the latest song on AKO on Slaygon's birthday, or at least it was approved on Slaygon's birthday. So how about playing Defender of the Crown Medley?
Let's do that.
Is it already? Oh. we have heard a newcomer of the remix scene. I think he's only newcomer of the remix scene because he doesn't seem to be newcomer to the piano, to be honest.
No, definitely not newcomer to the piano. We had a quick chat about that with Peter Clark in our group chat there. I can't remember if you were part of it, but...
Of course I was.
No, if you were involved in that specific discussion.
No, not that specific
Because sometimes
discussion.
you are having a discussion with him in that same one, and sometimes I'm having a discussion.
Exactly.
But anyway, we were having a discussion on there. We were trying to figure out if it was sequenced or played live. Because first we heard the remixes on RKO, and then we found the YouTube videos. So that was kind of interesting discussion.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh. Video output low. YouTube is not really receiving enough data to maintain smooth streaming. Why?
Well, if this is not enough data for YouTube, I don't know what is. But anyway, yes. We forgot to mention the concept of today's show, which would be that you can say random numbers again. We do random SIDs again as well, and we do random remixes too. So if you want to hear completely randomized requests today, then just tell a number somewhere between 1 and
6,172, I believe it was, for RKO.
Yeah.
For this Paul Nelson Defender of the Crown medley is number 6172.
Okay. There might be some remix IDs missing, but in that case, I think you will pick the closest one.
Yeah, exactly. There are remixes missing. There's like gaps in the numbering because they are sequential. And if there has been a remix there, but then later removed, it would leave a gap in there.
Okay. So yeah.
So I'm gonna pick the closest one to whatever number was requested.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, Marcel, thank you for the intro jingle.
Martus is asking, by the way, who has a birthday today. So happy birthday, Martus!
Happy birthday, Martus!
And he is asking which number is Gung Gung.
You fucking find out.
If you can figure out,
it's
the song
easy.
is yours. I think he can. You know what? Yes, if you can figure out, the song is yours. You have a birthday. Yes, we can play it. Only because it's your birthday. Yes, I know we played it last week as well, but we didn't really know if it's the same version or not.
It is. Oh, hello, Peter Clark also joined us, and Leia.
Yeah, a while ago.
And Funky Data, and Max Levine, and Dasse.
Nice.
And Adam Bart is actually here as well. Hello.
He shared our show too. Thank you so much. Nice.
Patrik Karvonen and my mother, and Mikko Huttunen.
Hi. Nice.
Hello, people.
Hello, everyone. And then Martin says, request 6969 doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't. 6172 is the highest you can go.
Yeah, too bad. We still
6969 it does exist for SIDS.
You can think of that. But he had a request. He was requesting for the 69th remix. But about that later. We have the first request of the evening, so I think we can start with that. That is not a random request. I think we don't have to be that strict today, so we can also play maybe regulars. It's just for fun. If someone feels like having a surprise for today, then just tell us an ID number between 1 and 6,100 what?
6172.
6172. Okay then. So
6,172.
Exactly.
6172.
Yeah, if it comes to Commodore 64 remixes. And what happens if they want to hear an Amiga remix?
That's trickier. That's not part of the concept.
No. Too bad. My God. Hi, Lord Evil and the GCS joining on the IRC. And I realized I'm not observing Facebook, but I will, in seconds. And I also might have to power my laptop because it will get out of power very, very soon. So yeah, looking forward to figure out how this summer will turn out with these new happenings that we have right now. Because I guess shortly some countries might follow Hungary, or they already do the same thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
At least some of them. We'll see how that goes. There's some countries, I believe, that will continue to block travelers from Sweden, for instance.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty sure they will. Yeah, but anyway, now let's be happy for a little while about the fact that it's not that strict anymore, right? So I guess that's cool. How about playing the first request of the evening?
Sounds like a great idea. I'm trying to kind of finalize these. Oh, cool. Okay.
It's okay.
The scripts to pick out the
You still
random
have
stuff.
time. You
Not
still
quite
have time.
done.
Yes, I know, but I have the first request lined
Yeah.
up, which was
Excellent.
GCS's request, and he wants to hear Monty and Kickstart 2 Catch Me.
Kickstart 2. Oh no, not that one.
Monty and Kickstart 2 Catch Me. How are we doing with the script?
Catch me. Oh, sorry. I'm sending you a message here, so I forgot to do that.
Ah, okay.
That's better. Okay.
Make sure to press enter. Oh, thank you.
I did. So, yeah,
Looks like we are
there's
all set.
there was 2 for that one. Huh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, indeed. I like the fact that we have already like 2 participants who requested the same number, 666. Those people.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. Hold on, I need to check something. Huh. Surprisingly, nobody has requested that yet. Interesting to see if they will. No, I'm not going to tell you because then someone will request it instantly.
No,
I'm just going to see how long it takes before someone actually requests that.
Okay, good point. Then we are waiting. How was your week?
My week? Wow, what to say about the week? Except for the birthday, it was just regular week, I guess. Nothing really special.
No.
Yeah, after the birthday, I started obviously to fiddle and do stuff with the gifts.
Fiddle, I knew that you will. I actually suspected that.
Fiddle.
Too bad.
So yeah,
Too bad that it is only just an almost perfect choice, and it was like such a stupid reason why it wasn't.
yeah, it was a perfect choice. It was just a slight misread somewhere, and the choice or misread or whatever is this number up here, which on this one says A5100, on the other one it says A5000.
Yeah.
And on the these are second hand. So was the description on the ad that she bought the other one, the other one from, said 5100, but then on the pictures itself it actually said 5000.
Yeah, the description wasn't in line with the number, unfortunately. And it's still a very good little machine. The problem is that its HDMI output is not entirely serving us like it's supposed to be, because it's not clean.
Yeah, and the sensor is smaller, so in this low light kind of surrounding, it's going to be a lot grainier than the 5100, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So there's a number of things that need to happen before we get a proper CAT cam. These will need to go up. And before they can go up, we need a converter ring so I can put my fast lenses, my Canon lenses on here. F1.4, 50 millimeters. And need to receive the dummy batteries, so don't run out of battery in the middle of the show. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, well, his aim was originally to get this 5100 as a studio cam, and he said that I'm going to wait until I see it like on a, I don't know, proper price, because it's like kind of expensive, but for our purposes it will do and all of that. But now it's not there. And I did a little bit of digging and I thought, okay, let's do this now, not later. So and then of course I was so happy that I found like two of them, because he wanted to have two of them. And then it turns out, like after opening, because I didn't even open it, it was like nicely packed and everything.
Yeah.
Turns out that it's not a 5100 but a 5000.
And it even took me like 15 minutes before I realized it, because I went into all the menus and tried to find a way to switch off the
text.
HDMI text output. Because on this 5100 you have a menu option to switch that off.
Yes.
But yeah, didn't work. So
anyway,
I kind of started to look and thought, oh wait, that's 5000.
Yeah, anyway, it's like still it was a nice digging on that, and still we hope that it will do very well, and still we have warranty on one of those, so it's really cool.
Yeah, on the 5100, yeah.
Yeah, so
the 5000 is going to be problematic in here, I think. It's not going to do much difference from these that we run.
Two things can happen with the 5000. Either we're gonna sell it, it's in a really good condition, so I checked the source before I ordered it anyway, and the girl was really taking care of it. There is no scratch on it. There is absolutely nothing that can be like an excuse, and it's a very good starter machine. So if I would want to start photography right now, which I probably don't plan to do, but if I would, then I would be happy to start with this machine. But for our video broadcasting purposes, it won't do because of the HDMI non-clean out, unfortunately. So anyway, that's the short story about it, but let's hope that very soon we will have the cat cam and we will have these 2 cameras set up. If not this one, then another one, and that will happen very, very soon. So then our pictures would be probably even better. Well, at least this is the aim, I guess. This is why we have those, right?
Indeed.
So, yes.
And yes, did you have a request?
Yes, I do have a request. I thought we just wait until this topic ends by itself.
Oh, yeah, because it actually ends by itself.
Yes, exactly. It's ending itself. So Martin Land says that, 6969 doesn't exist. Then I wish for 69. And 69 is Roiza and Shinobi Shuriken Mix. So Ryza and Shinobi. Important to mention that the lower the number you say, guys, remember it is closer to 2000. So that is kind of an easy logic. And I guess that was also like one of the first uploads, maybe.
The year 2000, you mean?
Yes, the year 2000. Yeah, of course, I did not specify. It can't be the number 2000 as well. No, it is the year 2000. So, yes, the lower the ID number that you want to hear, the closer it is to 2000 and the start of remix era.
Mm-hmm. Well, on RKO at least.
Yeah, and Peter Clark says that, what happened to my Facebook? I can't find anything. And I said, everything is wrong. Yeah, he said, everything is wrong. I want the old Facebook back. And I think that you can go back from the top right menu to the old layout. But
yeah, I just switched back to the old one today, actually, just to see if the machine will stop overheating, but no change, so doesn't make a fucking difference apparently.
I also switched back again because it was extremely slow. Unfortunately, it got slow again.
It's some sort of weird cumulative effect on the new page that after you just switch to it, it's fine, but after like a week it just starts to crawl like really, really slow.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what happens there, but still it will take some time until they kind of correct all these speed mistakes.
Yeah, probably.
And Bottega joined us. She asked, did you start braiding your hair for tomorrow yet? But it's like 21st, right? I mean, Midsummer is happening like generally on 21st of June.
I can't remember the exact rules, but it's not a fixed day.
Oh, but hang on a minute. Yes, because tomorrow is a day off in Sweden, so then that means that probably they start to celebrate
tomorrow is Midsummer.
Tomorrow is Midsummer, but it's 19th of June.
Yes, it is, because today is, lo and behold, 18th. So that makes by default.
But then why do I think that it has to do a thing with 21st of June? Because
some sort of rule around that.
Okay, so might be not only a day, might be the entire
what the
weekend.
Actual rule. Midsummer. I can't remember the. Between 20th and 26th.
20th and 26th?
Yeah, exactly why that is to do with the orbit around the sun kind of thing. Because it's Midsummer is the longest day of the year with regard to how high up the sun is.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I can't remember exactly how they decide on that. Well, obviously, when.
Yeah, but it's a big celebration in Sweden, so this weekend is big here. And I have never been on a Midsummer celebration so far. I'm afraid this year I won't either. I wonder why, but maybe next year, I don't know. So it's like... it's a very interesting thing, and I think it's a thing around entire Scandinavia, right? I learned that there is Midsummer in Finland as well.
Yeah, there is.
And in Norway?
As far as I know. Yeah, as far as I know.
Cool, okay. So so it is a thing here, apparently.
Sankt Hans in Denmark and Norway, apparently.
Sankt
Hans. Sankt Hans. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Sankt Hans.
Jonsok.
Wow.
Johannes.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
It is a thing. And it's not a thing in like Eastern and Central Europe for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, interesting differences. And
the reference.
Let's check it out. Which one is the 666th remix? Because 2 people requested it. 2 people. Max Lavine and Lord of Crystalic both wants to hear tune number 666, please.
Yeah, it's very, very evil.
Yes, it's an evil tune made by Pex Mahoney.
Yeah, he's always evil.
Yeah. And it's Sanction Spandau Ballet. Spandau Ballet mix.
Very evil.
Well, if this is how evil looks like, then I love evil. Or if this is how evil sounds like, to be precise. I know your next comment. Don't even start.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm telling it
Nothing.
like... Yeah, I know. Now you achieved that I'm telling it instead of you.
Success!
Is it? Oh my god. Yeah, Martin Land apparently will have a big celebration, like quote marks, big celebration in 2 days there. The very first real Commodore meeting since more than 4 months on June 2020. Yay! He will buy pizza for everybody, show cool stuff, and via projector on 64, of course, and play music like Glenn in a sort of Commodore cafe way. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Yep, indeed, that must be very nice.
Indeed.
Wish we could be closer. He
Or
would be
there.
happy to join.
Or actually there.
And Peter Clark also loved the Spandau Ballet. I never knew how to pronounce Spandau Ballet. I just realized it.
I guess it's French, so Spandau or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is
know.
rule.
I'm just
They are really
guessing.
good.
I'm just guessing.
You're just guessing. I think I won't dare to drink today because I generally feel like even without having like a single drink that I'm kind of a bit sleepy. But it's I don't know why.
Well, you did start a little bit earlier today.
Yeah,
had some stuff to do before your first meeting and stuff like that.
Yeah, and one of those days when the day
meetings.
starts early. I think this is actually the case when it happens. And nowadays, like in the last weeks, it always happened on Thursdays that I started the day like with early meetings and early to-dos. And this results me being knocked out sometimes in the evenings. But let's hope that it won't be that noticeable. Maybe I will just do another coffee up there with the shiny new coffee machine that I have. I probably didn't mention this last week because then I didn't have it yet.
Exactly. So,
Since
how was your
I got
week?
it. Oh, it was, thank you. It was amazing. But yeah, my birthday was last week. And the thing was that Slaygon gave me the big kind of box with the gift. And I had no idea what it is. And then I unfolded it. And guess what? It was an espresso machine. And you have to know why this gift idea has born in his head, because it's a funny story. So everyone remembers the good old percolators, right? Like the percolator that makes the coffee in the most classic way. Like you put it like onto your...
That's not the most classic way. This is actually a high pressure percolator type thing that you make espresso with. Not regular coffee. There's a difference.
Regular coffee is espresso.
No,
He
regular
knows it
coffee
wrong.
is when you have these coarsely ground beans, and then you just throw them into a pot of water and boil it.
Well,
That's a regular coffee.
let me tell
old
you,
style.
Italians, Portuguese people, Spanish people, Hungarian people, Polish people, Ukrainian people wouldn't agree with you at all. And I know
That's because
that this is...
their memory is very short.
No, their coffee is short. And you know why it's great?
As is their
because
memory.
it's ass-kicking.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but since coffee has been around since before the steam engine, I'm presuming that you didn't boil coffee with the technology of steam engines before steam engines were invented. So, again, the regular way of making coffee is not by steam, pressurized steam.
Yet still, if in those countries you go to a restaurant and you order
Yes,
a regular coffee, you will
yes.
get an espresso, a proper
I know,
espresso.
but this is why I say they have short memories. If they think that is a regular coffee, as an espresso, not a regular coffee. There's a reason there's a name for it, that is espresso.
Historically, I get it, but I don't care. Regular, normal coffee is espresso, and that's it for me. Anyway, the thing is
Back to
that
the machine.
back to the percolator. I always loved the percolator coffee the most. I am an espresso person. Not an espresso. Now it's an espresso person as well, but I am an espresso person, so I probably won't go for the hotel type of coffee that is like kind of giving you the 5 liters of coffee and then it's like everything but ass kicking. And so I always had percolators, and I got as a gift from my mom, I got a new one because the old one was like this really nice, like 13 years old, and it was still...
Yeah, that was last year, right?
Yeah, last year, last
on your
Christmas.
birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas. Right.
It was Christmas. So I told my mom, she was asking, do I want like any other type of coffee machine or maybe a bigger one? No, just a percolator. That is perfect. And let me tell you that, well, now Slaygon started to use the percolator, but One
He fucked it
day,
up.
one day, he forgot to pour water into it. Let me tell you, any percolator you will ever boil coffee with, that is a mistake that you don't want to do. Guaranteed. So the thing that has happened is that all the plastic parts, the handle has melted. Basically, it just thing that was falling down from the side of the percolator. And basically, it was having this weird smell, and of course, sure, the metal parts were staying there, but also the rubber band inside the coffee machine was completely like melted. So the entire coffee machine had to be thrown away a few days before my birthday. So that was very useful tip for him what to
No,
get.
it wasn't planned.
No, that wasn't planned, but it was a brilliant idea. And the best thing that I like since that day, which was last Friday, is that we have coffee with one button. That is definitely an advantage of these machines, that you have like one button that you have to press and then you have coffee. That is absolutely perfect, especially in the mornings. So now I don't even know if I mind what happened, but I think I like the new machine. So it's really nice.
You think you like it? Okay.
Yeah, I definitely like it. That is not a question at all. So I love the percolator as well.
It's a nice piece of machine.
Yeah, I just have my 13-year-old percolator now that already is missing
Still
parts.
works.
It still works, by the way, yes. So I good that I didn't throw it away. It's like, for celebration occasions, I can still do that.
Peter Clark says Spandau is the prison in Berlin. Aha. So
Yeah, okay,
German?
that's good to know.
So how would you read?
Spandau?
Yeah.
Spandau. That is...
And ballet?
No, hang on a minute. If it's a P, then it's Spandau, I think. Because if it's SP or ST, then it's like, it remains an Esch. Spiel. Yes, definitely. Spandau. There we go.
I don't know.
See, still remember my German studies. I would just have to exercise a little bit more. But I'm afraid I'm gonna have some help, I think, in the form of Malthus and Bottega and some other people, so they can always help me to exercise my German. If they start to talk to me in German, I will answer in German most probably, especially in written form, because now I have a problem with talking. So in written form, I'm really good. I can still find the words with a little bit of Googling, but it's like, and I recognize when it's not right, usually. Anyway, let's proceed with the next request. How about I have it prepared. So, and so the request was from Stefan Quick via YouTube is 2,480, but we don't have that number, but we have the closest hit, which is 2,486, and this is DHS and Blowing Serious Ants Edit.
è una cosa talmente astratta. Che cos'è? È l'espressione del silenzio,
No, no, no,
la
no.
musica.
I don't agree.
Infatti nell'elettronica in generale è proprio interessante il rapporto, soprattutto nel digitale, che c'è con il silenzio, perché se questa affermazione è vera, il
Yes, it's
silenzio che si ha
serious.
con le interfacce digitali è molto più reale
Are you sure?
rispetto a quello delle macchine analogiche.
No, absolutely not. I do not agree. I have no idea what you're saying, but I do not agree at all.
Yeah, we kind of counted on that you have no idea what they are saying.
And Manfred Bayer is informing us that Spandau is part of Berlin, not just a prison. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah, right. That's good to know.
Yeah,
Nice.
we learn things sometimes.
We
That's
always
cool.
learn things. And I'm petting my little body here. Yay,
Your little body,
buddy. The buddy.
nipplich.
Oh, come on. Now, Adam Bart said that regular coffee there, around Poznan, is when they just pour hot water to a cup with grinded coffee, which actually might be true. This is a tricky one because when I lived in Poland for a while, and it was in Warsaw, I think we did coffee like in one household. It was this grinded coffee that the hot water was poured over it, just like that. So there was no machine involved and anything. But on the other
Isn't
hand,
that the dry freeze, the instant type of coffee thing?
yeah, something similar, but you can also grind the thing and just pour it over it as it is. So it's like, yeah, it's. But then again, no, going to restaurant, and in Poland I definitely visited like more restaurants that time. So then it was more like espresso. Yeah, they served proper espresso. They had some idea about espresso.
Oh, I just pour hot water in my mouth, put the whole beans in my mouth and chew.
Uh-huh. Aren't you mixing it up with your snooze?
Yeah, that doesn't need any hot water.
No, that doesn't. It just needs... No, it doesn't need chewing either. Sorry.
No.
But I always imagine you chewing the tobacco because it's kind of more fun, I think.
I did when I was younger. I had chewing tobacco things. Some of them even tasted like licorice.
My favorite question recently was in a Swedish expat group, like expats in Sweden, and someone was wondering about the fact that how is it like I moved here and I see all those young people spitting in the middle of the street. How is this possible? Don't they feel that they look disgusting? And yeah, it's not really a nice thing to do in the middle of the street. I completely agree. But yeah, if you see people in Sweden doing this, it is not because they want to be rude. They want to spit out their snooze from their mouth.
Not all of them.
Well, some of them might want to be rude.
No,
they are not
just
the
want to
rude type.
spit. It's not because of rudeness either.
They just want to spit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still weird. I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's like, okay, go spit, but then consider like not anyone else's...
Feelings?
No, not anyone else is watching at least. I mean, this is
Yeah,
like...
exactly what I'm saying. Feelings.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. I mean, it's like a basic human rule, right? I mean...
No,
uh,
it is not a basic human rule. Do you know, for instance, you can take kind of liken that to going to the toilet. Most people want to have a shit in private, but peeing like right next to other dudes, that's fine. No problem.
That is one thing I don't understand. But funny
But
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
getting to the actual point here.
Okay.
In ancient Rome, that was a social event. So you actually went to shit in these long rows of holes in the, like a toilet thingy,
Yeah.
and discussed the political climate of the day. And oh, well, what did you have to eat? That smelled weird.
So apparently in Sweden, then this came back at some places, I guess, because I was kind of smiling. I've been at several places like pubs and restaurants, and at two places, there was a toilet where you enter to the room, and two toilets are next to each other, like literally, like they
Yeah,
are
that's in the ladies' room.
in the ladies' room.
Yeah, because restaurants took notice because very often in restaurants, females go to the same toilet and then take turns doing their business. So why not install two?
I get that sweets are very practical, but still it looks very funny. Like literally you enter the toilet and you see like two toilets next to each other, and it's like, sure, it happened in my life as well, but it's still a bit weird. So, okay. And just back to the random coffee talks, Martin Land said we call that Turkish coffee around here in Austria when they pour the hot water to the thing. Yes, I know, in Hungary too. But there they call it Greek coffee. Go figure. Just boiling water, ground coffee, and brown sugar. Important. I like Turkish coffee too, but I'm too close to coffee paradise, aka Italy, not to appreciate espresso. So he appreciates espresso. That's the point. I'm with you on that. Totally. Yeah. Makes totally sense.
Yeah, it does.
Do we want to check which one is request 123?
123 is
123.
nothing.
What do you mean? It's nothing. You just sent it to me.
123?
Yeah.
No, 1234.
1234. Sorry.
Yeah, 123 is nothing.
No, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Wobbler from Twitch right now wanted to hear request 1234. And request 1234 is DNL and Fist 2 Song 3. I hear he wasn't that happy with the request.
No, he wished he had a remix on that spot.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lottery, but that's the point, I guess.
Yeah.
The little surprise. So, yeah, we will see what the evening still brings with these surprises. There are also some requests lined up or will be lined up that are not that much of a surprise requests, but yeah, I'm actually happy that some of you kind of enjoy this. So, yeah, let's see where we go.
I just added another one from Wobbler there on the thingy-mabob.
The thingy-mabob.
Uh-huh. The thingy-mabob. I think he's a little bit annoyed that it wasn't one he liked.
Yeah, most of the times we are kind of lucky with these random choices, but sometimes it happens that there are exceptions.
When we did the random SID, I think it was both the first and the second time. Pretty much all of them were just kick-ass, awesome tunes that I never even heard before. Well, I might have heard like one or two of them, but
yeah,
like most of them were really awesome.
What are you drinking there?
This is the thingy you got me for my birthday.
And we didn't open it together. He opened it on himself.
I know how to do that. Yes, it's the screw cork thing.
Oh, damn it!
The champagne. The champagne is still in the fridge.
You should at least give me a sip how it tastes.
At least.
At least.
You could at least ask.
Mm. Well, that didn't improve my relation to alcohol. I think this is a martini, a red martini, which is like not the sweetest, but not the most dry either.
Yeah, it's kind of somewhere in the middle. Yeah,
okay, it's not
nice.
That bad. It's not. No, the aftertaste is okay.
Yeah, it's the first taste you have of it. I made the mistake of having the first sip after I had a D vitamin thing, which is very orangey kind of. It's like chewing gum and drinking orange juice after brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
Not a good combo.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, it's not as sweet and bad as I would count on it, but it's like I thought it's a celebrational drink, and we probably never tasted it together, and I didn't know how it tastes. But yeah, it's kind of okay.
We still have the champagne up there.
Yeah, I know we do. There is just a reason why I didn't drink so far. It makes me more sleepy.
I know.
So that is the risk. But I just broke my intermittent fasting with this, by the way. I have like...
No, you broke it with your food that you had earlier.
No, I didn't, because that was in my window.
That's still breaking the intermittent fasting.
It is legally breaking the intermittent fasting. The point is that you can choose what works the best for your lifestyle.
Yeah, but this
be...
was outside your window.
This was definitely outside my window. The point is that you eat for a certain hours and then you fast, which is like, I would say fast, because in the first 10 hours I absolutely don't feel hunger or anything, and even after that I don't. It's like, this is my normal cycle probably. It might not work for everyone, so for some people maybe 16-hour or 14-hour windows for fasting work better, but I kind of settled with this 18 hours fast and 6 hours of eating window, and then I eat like 3 times in these 6 hours, and it really feels like I'm not having any sort of difficulties with the fasting period, not to consume like anything really, except water. So
I kind of do that regularly, but with a bit more extreme regimen. It's like 23 hours not eating, and then 1 hour or however long it takes to eat a meal.
Yes,
kind of thing.
He is completely out of line. I mean, he is
Out of line.
he is not
Get
a
back in line.
human. He's not a human being, so don't listen to him. People eat. If you want to stay alive, it is practical, actually.
People eat people.
No, if I would be probably completely honest with what I feel regarding the food, like after these, it's still not like this absolute craving and oh my god, I will die because I cannot eat. So the point is that I guess if you eat foods that are not dropping your sugar levels like skyrocket high up, and they don't move like up and down, then you won't feel that hunger that much. And honestly, most of the times I eat because I want to feel the taste rather than I'm hungry still.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't really have.
you
The only
don't.
thing I crave is like sweet stuff. Like lately, since it's your birthday, basically on the 12th, cake. Like come closer to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, cake and coffee.
Yes.
Nom nom nom.
Yes.
And of course, she got me this really, really nice cake with.
Train.
With fruits and stuff, and it was very summery. That was very nice.
Yes, because 4 days before we had a really, really chocolatey Mozart cake,
Oh,
which was
yeah,
also
really dense.
amazing. It was amazing. It's just you don't
yeah.
want to eat it like
But really
6
dense.
days a row.
Really dense.
Yeah, exactly. So it was very, very chocolate, and I love chocolate, so it was perfect for me. And then, of course, 4 days later, I thought, okay, let's have something more fruity for him. And
It was round and fruity.
yeah, I ate like 2 slices, and then the next day I felt like, nah, not going to happen. I just cannot look at cakes right now. It was enough. So it's like, yeah, this is an interesting thing. If you kind of get yourself to consume most of the time those foods that don't have like skyrocket high content of sugar, you will notice that the least you eat, the least you will crave for it. So it's a spiral. It's
You mean,
really
the
vicious.
less you eat, the less cravings you have.
Yeah. Sorry, it's like probably I did not express myself properly, but it's like it is very interesting because the other way around is also true. If you start to eat them, you will crave them more and more and more, and it's an addiction. So yeah, eating healthy is a good thing, I think.
Sometimes, yeah. But just to counter all the cake, we did eat like salad for 3 or 4 days before the birthday, your birthday, that is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we trained for it. We deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. Training camp. Salad.
Yeah.
Hello, Rafi.
Hi, Rafi. Yeah, I'm still not being proud of our lifestyle though, because we are not moving at all.
Yeah, and Peter Clark says, Erika, but you can always look at jackets and shoes.
Oh, Peter, I can always definitely look at them. And they definitely don't have to be eaten. That is also a good thing.
Yeah. And if you put one of those jackets on, you're going to sweat out a lot of your water weight.
Sauna
That's
jacket.
good. Yeah. We don't have a sauna, but thinking of rebuilding the laundry room to split up the laundry room. So, well, not split up the laundry room, but have like a big jacuzzi in there and maybe a small sauna, and then the laundry and some sort of tumble dryer or whatever in one of the corners. But that's a later project. Have still some other things to attend to first, like the upstairs room, knock down the wall and redo that bit. So still a lot of things to do in here.
Yeah, indeed. In progress, though.
Mm-hmm.
How about the next request? Which
Johan Hallman on YouTube says chips and beer is better than orange juice and toothpaste. I couldn't agree more.
You know what? If you only have chips and beer the entire day, it's also a good diet, but don't have anything else. Then it kind of works. One bag of chips is around 500 calories. unless it's Swedish, because then it's 1,000 because they have double size bags, so it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's basically just carbs, all of it.
Yeah, indeed. But still, it's like if you have like I don't know, 1,500 as a daily calorie consumption, you are fine with 1,000 calories of chips. So it's okay. You just don't have to eat anything else. It works. So no, I'm not going to be a good dietitian, I'm afraid. Anyway, the man who shall not be named is requesting 6027. And it is, by accident, Peter Clark and Shadowfire, the retro remix. cute, Peter.
Very, very cute.
Very cute, indeed. And it's a really good song.
Indeed, it is.
Yeah, Wotega said that the beer and the chips diet, I think this is what she was referring to, is the data storm diet.
Yeah, except for the servings of food that they have, all the vegan food.
That is very true, but that kind of, I understand why you want to eat chips next to it. I mean, no, I don't want to. Now, it's the thing is that I have absolutely no problem with the vegan and vegetarian diet. It's just, I remember...
I just like meat.
No, I just remember eating way more when I was like not eating meat for like 6 days per week, because I had such a period when I just didn't want to eat meat. I just didn't crave for it at all. And it's like, it made me snacking way more. And that is a dangerous thing, because all those proteins you want to kind of replace with something, and most probably you won't replace them with proteins. You will replace them with carbs, guaranteed, and probably not the
Most
healthiest
likely,
ones. So yeah, that is the only danger.
The tricky part is getting the proteins. Sure, there's pea proteins and all of that, and proteins in other stuff as well. But for some reason, it just, I don't know if it's just a mental thing or whatever, but it feels like you're more full when you eat meat for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The digestion of the meat lasts longer as well, so it keeps you full for longer too.
Yeah, sure, but I guess that is because the protein strands are slightly shorter or some shit. I don't know, but it feels different, at least to me. I don't know if it's only in the head or whatever.
Yeah, it might be the head as well. So mentally, we might kind of interpret these things differently.
One thing I do really look forward to is when they manage to actually 3D print real meat. No need for animal suffering or anything. You just grow a piece of meat. No need for consciousness or anything. Just
I totally
meat.
give you that. Yeah, totally. That would be nice.
I really, really want like a what's it called? A replicator? Is that what they call in Star Trek? There's a tea, Earl Grey, hot. That sort of thing, and you get a cup and everything, like meat, big steak, gravy. You get a plate, cutlery, glass of milk or wine or beer or whatever you prefer to your meat, because you programmed it, of course, so it knows your taste. And of course you don't get alcohol, you get synthahol. Yeah.
Yeah. Wotega says, my gut is not made for pea protein. I figured it out the hard part. Oh, what happened there?
Oh.
Because that doesn't sound great. I mean, it's like, that must have been hard, I guess. In a way, that sounds like it. So let's see what she says.
Yeah, and Wagyu on IRC. Interesting name, but Wagyu is beef.
Okay.
So I agree, just grow meat in vats makes sense. And yes, it does make sense. We have the technology. We can do it. So let's fucking do it.
Yeah, we don't hurt animals anymore.
Yeah, it was
Indeed.
like
it's nice. It's really nice.
Like 5 years ago that they made the first fully kind of synthetic, I guess, burger. Like a real meat burger.
Yeah, I remember
it cost
that.
like $5,000 to make, some shit.
Wow.
And it wasn't one of those vegan replacement things, but it was something that they created. They not 3D printed, but they grew strands of the actual meat, like molecule by molecule or some shit. I can't remember now, but. It's been a few years now since that happened, but they created that burger and then had a food taster try it to see, like one of those professional food tasters, try it, and apparently it was good, but $5,000 for a burger, nah.
Yeah, that's still not sustainable, I'm afraid, for a while.
Yeah, and it was a complicated process, so it took a lot more energy to create that one patty for the burger than it would to, I don't know, feed a shit bunch of cows for 10 years or whatever it was, like insane numbers, and so really not sustainable in that sense. But it's technology, so it will evolve, it will get better. And hopefully not in a distant future we will have lab-grown meat we can buy as regular people. I would fucking love that.
Yeah.
All that animal suffering and the way the meat industry... I love meat, but the way the meat industry handles the animals is fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
And that's reason enough to become vegan, if anything.
Definitely.
Oh, hey, Board.
Hi, Board. Hi, Artlace. And anyone joining us.
Artlace.
Yes, and what I just said, yeah, well, I produce more emissions than any cow would have produced in the
So
same
you're
time.
the reason for all the greenhouse gases.
Oh, well, yes.
Lock her up. Wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah, well, there are some reasons why it's not worth it. I get it. I totally get that as well. Let's carry on with the request. This time, not with a random request, because this was a specified request. Lord Evil wants to hear Johan Andersson and Saboteur to Western Mix. Beautiful remix that took the first place not that long ago. All time. Let's check the all time charts now. Oh, now Fast Loaders is the first again with Commando High Score. The second is Fire Lord by Peter Clark. the third is Supremacy, Signify. But hang on a minute, is it like in the last all time? What's popular in the last all time?
No, what do you mean last all time? All time is throughout history. All the songs and all
That
the
is
votes.
what I'm checking on the Qued, but it says in the last drop down and then all time. That is what the thing says. I'm just checking it on Remix 64 as well.
Right. Yeah. It's those numbers are from Remix 64.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
they should be.
on YouTube, Waku says, "I protest. I am not a beef."
And I think that this typically happens when you get only 5-star. Yeah, it's 6-star ratings on RKO for a while, and then after that you step back a little bit because there are some worse ratings coming in as well. But yeah, Peter Clark is at the second place at the moment, and Signify's third, and Fast Loaders took back the leader position of all-time 64 charts.
I think I hung in there for 2 or 3 weeks at the number 1 spot with Never Die. It should be somewhere like 11 or 12 or somewhere
Let's
around
see
there,
where
I
you
think.
are now then. 14th.
14th,
Nice.
so, yeah. Not
Nice.
too bad.
No.
Not too bad.
No, I would be able to live with that. Yeah.
Well, you have to because it's 14th now, so...
I have to be able to live with you mean?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I will survive somehow. Yep.
Yeah, Peter Clark says, "Finally, 8 days to upgrade to Windows 10." And Board says, "Upgrade?" in quotes.
Yeah.
And Sinlao is apparently hosting us on Twitch. Thank you for that.
Cool. Nice.
That's nice.
Hello, people of Twitch. We do something that we have no idea that if you will enjoy ever, but since you are close to gaming, it might have something to do with gaming, since most of those music that we play is sort of gaming music. Anyway.
Sort of, yes. There's quite like relationship-wise, like percentage-wise, I guess, between demo tracks and game tracks. So it's overwhelmingly game tracks that are being remixed, I think.
Yes. Since the nostalgic feeling is, for most of the people, is there with the 64 games. So I guess this is why. Uncount user said, "Sound is metallic on both of you. That is heard in singing and in talks. Something to do with the backing, your mics. Show sounds bad."
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's like it was around 9 when he or she posted it, and we struggled with this problem before. I think that this must be some sort of device around.
Crackling? No, we have compressors on the microphone, so they shouldn't actually come across too harsh. And looking at the levels, they look fine to me. Are you? No, I think it might be an encoder problem, if anything. By any chance, are you listening on the regular relays, or YouTube, or Facebook, or Twitch? Because all of them actually encode things differently.
Okay. Yeah, that would be good to know at least.
Yeah.
The details.
So, I'm trying to find a way to process all of the sounds and do the same kind of encoding on all of them. But Peter Clark says audio is fine on Facebook. All sounds great here. No Robocops, says Enrico Montero on YouTube. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of metallic, very metallic sounding thing you have there. Ziona sounds very metallic. Yeah. Your levels are exactly the same as mine. Settings the same. All things equal.
Well, yeah, eventually we will figure it out. We had this problem before as well, so it's not new.
Yeah, and I even went back to listen to the local recording here that I do on the video streaming machine, and a separate recording that is done for the regular relays. Those two are different types of recordings. And then I've went to YouTube to listen to that recording and to play it back and try to figure out what is going on. And the same with Facebook. I didn't spot anything there, so I'm not sure. Twitch was a bit different though, because that doesn't seem to actually do any processing on its own, but it's just forwarding the stream I'm encoding as is.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, we will figure this out. I have actually an idea that since I hear a little bit of echo here around, I think that it would be a good thought to start with that side as well, and maybe have a textile on the wall or something like that, just to avoid...
No, that wouldn't disturb anything, actually, audio-wise.
No, I'm afraid that we are kind of echoing back, like around here somewhere, like I hear that echo coming.
Yeah,
So-
you can hear the room, but I think that's fine. It's not too much. It's dampened by that and the carpet and the chairs and things like that. So I don't think it's too much. It's not too much room. You don't want to have like a voiceover box in a sense, because it becomes too sterile.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Vagus said that slayradio.org high AEC MP3 sounds a bit more metallic than the YouTube stream in VLC, at least.
Okay. So encoding problem then. So need to have a look at that, the settings for that. See if I can see any difference in how I encode the AACs compared to the MP3s.
And audio is fine on Facebook, Peter Clark said.
Yeah,
You
and he
are not-
also said that you are not echoing, your voices are dry as bone, exactly what I said. The microphones don't pick up that echo from that wall anyway. So, because it needs a round trip back there and then back to the microphone, so it's fine.
Okay. And Martin Land just said that way to go, very thoroughly thumbs up, and Relay 2 still has the Paula syndrome, as Pawach would put it. Yes.
Only Relay 2? That's interesting.
Yeah, that might be something as well
Huh.
to help.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because
let's-
there's a difference between some of the relays as well, so that's a kind of an interesting point. Although they shouldn't make any changes to the stream itself. It's the difference between Icecast and Shoutcast. But essentially what they should do is just throw the stream or relay the stream, hence relay. So they shouldn't be processing it in any sort of way. So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. We won't figure it out now. But iZero has a request.
Yeah, only reason I bring it up now on a broadcast is because maybe there's someone out there who's an audio engineer or whatever, and can have a comparison between all the things that we just mentioned, and see if they can spot something that I have missed.
Yeah, sure. We already got some nice feedbacks. Let's play a song.
Yes, iZero.
iZero wants to hear 2362. By the way, the site login is a bit annoying, as the login bar hides when the mouse moves out of it by accident.
Yeah, that's a bit of a design thing that is my fault. You can actually click the login button on the right side, and if you accidentally hover over another menu, you just need to exit, like hover over the main page, and it will shift back to whatever it's supposed to be, like the login page, for instance. So yeah.
Yeah, anyway. This song is something that I don't think I know. ACP and Mindsmare orchestral mix. Let's check it out. seems like the hive mind will help us to figure out what's wrong, and it seems to be an encoding problem.
Yeah, it kind of seems to be exactly that. Not all of the channels that we broadcast to have the same problem. The regular relays I am feeding through BUT, interesting name, broadcast using this tool, it is short for. And the video streams get the audio encoded by OBS Studio. So different ways of feeding the audio streams. But yeah, BUT shouldn't do any weird stuff. It's using the same libraries as OBS to encode the audio. But in OBS, I'm using 160 kilobits, which I also used in BUT previously, but upgraded, in quotes, like Peter Clark, who upgraded to Windows 10. So I upgraded to 224. So I might as well just downgrade it to 160 again and see if there's any difference.
Yeah, let's see it. Yeah, kind of exciting. It really looks like we have this problem for a while now. It would be great to sort it out.
Indeed.
Also, Mordi confirmed, who just recently joined us, by the way. Hi, Mordi.
Hello, Mordi.
So yeah, seems like this time of the evening people gather up, pile up, and we have like all the requests that we wanted for the entire evening, and we are not sure anymore if we will have space for all of them. My God.
And here's the tricky part with these random ones. It's not like you can choose a good one, because we have no idea what we're going to play either.
And obviously we don't cheat because we are not checking it. So
we do check.
We do check, but it's
before we play, but we can't check them all before, because there's quite a few in there now.
Indeed, there is, and there are like very funny numbers as well lined up. For example, now we have Joni Classic instead of Aquarius. Something has happened. So Joni Classic wants to hear Remix 64, please. And you were waiting for that.
Yeah, that's the one I was waiting for. I mentioned earlier. And I wonder how long it takes. So apparently that takes an hour and 45 minutes.
And this is a perfect timing because we have 64 listeners on the relays right now. So let's play Remix 64, which is TDM and Jamin Lose. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, let's leave one pattern in the end just to have a fade out that starts like as a loop. It would be a perfect loop otherwise. But since you can't loop the remixes
Oh, you can.
organically, yeah, it's like not organically, obviously.
Yes, you can. You just set a cue point.
Yeah,
Start,
okay.
end, loop.
Yes,
Easy.
of course. You have to have a player with a cue point.
Like the one
most-
you have right now in front of you.
That is not a classic player, that is a DJ tool. So classic players usually
yes,
don't
but
have cue points.
Yes, but I'm talking about that one.
That is not a classic player. So yes, you
no,
can.
it's not a classic player, but it's a player you're using. My point is, we could have used it now.
We could, yes.
Yes.
That is very true, but we didn't, since we
Nah.
still have a lot of requests
Exactly.
lined up, so...
Because we talked a lot of weird junk. Ground coffee beans and all sorts of crap. And Twitch, Sinlau also verified. Sounds okay on Twitch.
Nice. So, yeah, we are problematic on the relays, mostly.
Yeah, so sounds like an encoding problem. And not on all the relays, just on the AAC ones, apparently.
Yep. And the 64, the number that we have said, is only the relay listeners. So we have like Facebook and YouTube and Twitch listeners, except the relay listeners. So yeah, couple
Yeah.
of people everywhere.
Yeah, spread all over the place.
I think it would make
That's good.
sense at some point to summarize them. If you could do
there's- it involves a bunch of coding.
Of
to get
course
the,
it does.
APIs working, because Google's API obviously isn't the same as Facebook's, and Twitch APIs, if they even have one, haven't even looked that up actually, is most likely very different from both of those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's see how far we got.
Hmm.
Oh, it's already 10. What do you think?
Yeah. Wow, that went fast. Hi. The fuck
Great
have we
to
been
hear.
doing for 2 hours?
Well, we just told the random things, meanwhile playing random songs. Well, at least most of the songs were random, because the next song wouldn't be as random, since Oxid said the Great Giana Sisters, your choice of remix.
Oh.
Well, if it's our choice of remix, then how about Vangelis Papadopoulos?
Oh, excellent choice.
I know, right?
Sorry, hi.
What an appropriate finish for this song.
Yes, I am a very appropriate Finnish.
I did not see this coming, I have to tell you that. Jesus. Oh, that hurt.
I know.
That just really hurt. Really did.
So sorry, not.
How is that possible that right now I have like completely different things in the bad music? Like, shit, no, never mind.
I would suggest you use good music instead of bad music.
Seems like Oxid liked our picked Ziona remix. I'm happy about that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is very, very good.
As is Vangelis.
Can't believe that Malthus is not flooding us today with Gung.
But he did put in another request in there.
Yes, he did. Well, about that later, because it's just coming up. It's lined up right now, so your request is the
perfect.
next Malthus. Yes.
Oh, and Sinla says, "Oh, happy belated birthday to both of you
Thank
on
you.
Twitch." Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They were awesome, both of them.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked yours too.
I'm glad you liked yours.
I definitely did like mine.
I definitely like mine.
Yep. Aren't you afraid that you are going to shake it too much? And then...
One of the good things with these is that they are mirrorless. One of the problems with the DSLR that I have, the Canon, or the Canons, the 5D and the 450, is that they have this mirror that is like 45-degree angle. And when you take a photo, it needs to flip up to let the light in, and then it falls down again. But this doesn't have that, so there's very little moving parts in this type of camera. The thing that you hear rattle are these.
Okay. Well, still it has some mechanical parts though, so I would not be that brave. But...
Actually, no.
Actually, no?
No. The only mechanics you have is in the lens, essentially.
Okay. I believe you. You photographed more than I did, so that is one of the reasons. And the other is that you are so clever.
Yeah.
Because you definitely know better. And we all know that.
Well, cameras at least I've kind of researched for a bit.
I know you did, and when you research something, it is usually more or less appropriate. However, when I started to research it, when I can find those, then I definitely found some sources that you didn't. So,
Rodrigo Müller says, I got stickers from Nectarine. You also offer that merch. We do have a Slay Radio shop on, was it called Teespring? I can't remember now. I got a shit bunch of stickers from there. That I gave out at BitLive, for instance, and the overview camera here. You see a Slay Radio banner over there, and then I did print a bunch of these that unfortunately don't look even close to what I wanted them. They're mouse mats or mouse pads, rather. So yeah, definitely got some of that. There's a Spreadshirt shop. I guess the Spreadshirt shop is where you end up if you go to slay.radio/shop. I can't remember. Let me check.
You might want to know where your shop is. You know,
I have several. Yeah, you go to Spreadshirt, and there's a bunch of stuff on there. I think I removed all the old logos. Yeah, looks like it. So there's a few different designs on there. Or t-shirts, but no stickers. The stickers I got were... I think it was Teespring. It was just test prints, and we needed some stickers for BitLive. So I did a bunch. Like 200 or whatever it was, and that banner thing.
So that means that if people want to get stickers from us, they have to come to live events to
Yeah.
get them.
Come and
That's
meet
not
us.
going to be a very rich in stickers year, I'm afraid, but
Yeah.
Peter Clark says, honestly, you two are just like Penny and Leonard.
Shit. Oh yeah, there is. Shit, that's the expensive stickers on Teespring. I need to pull that off from there because I have that the banner and some phone cases and a pillow or some fucking leggings. It's a test thing. That's why I haven't published it anywhere. But if you search for Teespring and Slay Radio, some stickers, but they're like fucking €7 each, like one of them, and they're not even that good. It's just stickers.
He's not really good with marketing, is he?
Well, I don't want to sell shit. I don't
No,
want
you're
to
right, of course. I would not promote shit either. I
Yeah.
like to promote things I believe in. So, yeah, let's stay that way. Maybe we want to play a song, though, because
Yes,
we are
we do.
talking here for a while
a
now.
long while now.
And Malthus, who has a birthday, had a
Happy birthday
request.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
At this
Happy
point, we won't sing you a
birthday,
birthday song
Malthus. Happy
because of the
birthday
following
to
reasons, I'm
you.
afraid.
What?
I just said at this point probably we won't sing you a birthday song because of the following reasons there. But
I just did.
yes, you did.
You just need Melodyne to fix the notes.
Yeah, you can do anything with AI nowadays, right? So
Oh, that's not AI.
Melodyne is not AI, I know,
No.
but with AI you can already compose songs. Come on,
That
damn
is very
it.
true.
You don't want to be more clever here. Let's play that song.
Play the song.
So, 5049
Play the
and Lukash and Spy vs. Spy. I have only one problem with this remix. It's way too short.
Yep. I agree completely. Barely had time to make a snooze and change a donor's name.
A donor's name?
Yes.
A donor's name?
Yeah, someone who donated through the webpage.
Okay, well, I
the-
was just wondering what
not
kind
a,
of
not
donor.
a kidney donor.
I was really wondering what are we talking about here? Is there anything that I don't know? Just
I'm
let
just
me
looking
know.
for donors out here.
Are
you know.
you?
I don't know. A kidney could come in handy. You know. You never know.
You know, you never know.
Put it in an ice box.
Uh-huh. So,
Save for later.
no sausages in the freezer from now on.
And if you do pull out a sausage, make sure it's an actual sausage.
That sounds even better, worse. I don't want to know more. Don't tell me this. So yeah,
What looks like a sausage?
you don't have to explain this to me, okay? I'm
Sounded like
familiar.
it. Sounded like it.
I'm familiar with a few things that look like a sausage, okay?
I can imagine.
I could say I'm familiar with a few sausages, but that's just getting worse. Never mind. Silly. You are becoming right now over-explaining. The more
No, it
martini
sounded
you
like you
have.
had no idea what I was talking about.
No, you are interpreting me wrong. We are really like Penny and Leonard, as Peter Clark said. And by the way, I'm completely depressed since Big Bang Theory ended because we just finished it like not that long ago. So
Yeah.
now it feels empty after
It
you
does.
just.
I'm hoping they're gonna do like a get together in 5 years or something.
Yeah, that would be something.
That would be
I
fun.
would love that.
Yeah. They were thinking of doing that with Friends, like a 10-year anniversary episode or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not looking too much forward to that.
Yeah, you were never a Friends fan.
But it was kind of fun at times, but
But then again, you are not a Doctor Who fan either, so what do you know? Erika, there are frozen sausages and sometimes there are frozen prawns. Yeah, there are.
Do I need to explain that one to you?
Let's play a song.
How many frozen prawns have you seen?
I didn't really because the
Or
prawns.
prawns.
Prawns. No, I don't. I don't want to get there. So what is the point? Now it's your time to shine, and you don't tell me anything.
You said you understood the frozen sausage joke, right?
That I did.
Uh-huh. And a prawn is like that size and curved.
But it doesn't make sense because at least it is like solid. It's not soft. So I don't get it. The prawn it has a shell. It makes it solid.
No, not peeled. The inside of the prawns.
The inside of the prawn is also not that solid. It has sort
No, it's
of
just pink or orangey and looks like a very tiny wiener.
tiny wiener going down. Yeah, I get that, but it's like never mind. Yeah, this show is a good material for cutting out sentences for later, I'm afraid. So, let's play a song.
Yeah, let's before we do
Wagyu.
anything else here. Or say.
Wagyu wants to hear song 1660, which is Mackey and Warhawk Rob Hubbard version.
Who are you?
My name is Pussy Galore.
I'm must be dreaming.
Fast as lightning when on you he strikes, comes from clear sky without warning. Like a warhawk down he dives. You'll be dead before the morning comes. License to kill, women's his thrill. No need to fear, Mr. Bond is here. Like a warhawk down he dives, keeps his foe within his deadly vice. In Her Majesty's service he's bound, duty before all till you he's found. License to kill, women's his thrill. No need to fear, Mr. Bond is here. Fast as lightning when on you he strikes, comes from clear sky without warning. Like a warhawk down he dives. You'll be dead before the morning comes.
Damn.
Maki is definitely original.
He definitely is. It's so nice that he's back as well. Not that this was the any of the new ones, but it's nice that he's back.
Yes, definitely.
Did he release one more after that? Yeah, Tuneful 8 and Quadrant. He's released recently. Very nice.
Amazing. After what? 5 years or 10 years? Something like that.
What was that? 10 years, yeah.
10 years, yeah, that's amazing.
2010 was Nemesis the Door Lock. He's been busy, kid and all. So,
yeah, understandably so. Needed
takes
some
time.
10 years when they kind of get there, where
Yeah.
he can sit down and remix again. So, and Peter said before he requests a basic training course for Slaygon on kettles, percolators, and other devices that boil water.
Yeah, I might need one. Thanks. Send me one like on masterclass.com or whatever it's called, or whatever online resources you have on percolators versus kettles and boiling devices, as it were.
Erika likes this. And also request that Slaygon goes on a training course that teaches what happens if you put electrical appliances in a humid room.
Yeah, he knows. This is why there's a fan in here to keep the room less humid.
Yeah, I know, but maybe...
I don't know why he's referring...
maybe he refers
referencing that.
to your glass, I guess.
Things don't get humid from a glass of anything.
Well, okay.
So
Maybe
he's
not.
referring to the sauna.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because that is a quite humid room, especially if you don't do a dry sauna, but you do a finish sauna where you throw water on the thingy and you get all the steam and whatnot.
Actually, I've always wanted to ask what is the difference between a classic sauna and a Finnish sauna?
Well, first you need to define classic sauna, but because I thought the Finnish sauna is the classic sauna.
Ah, shit. Then what is the difference between a normal type of sauna and the Finnish sauna? What makes a sauna Finnish?
The sauna is Finnish. It's a Finnish invention, I think. There has been, like the native Indians did hot tents, they had a big pile of charcoal or whatever to heat stones and make the room hot. So that has been around for quite a while. But the sauna is like a specific room where you have this aggregator, source of heat with stones that you can throw water on and get the steam. That's a sauna. Sauna, it's called in Finnish. Then there's, I think, the Turkish saunas, and there's a dry sauna where you can crank the heat up to 11, like maximum, and you can still stand it because it's only heat. It's not moisture in the heat. The Finnish sauna is very hot because it's moist.
I see.
Or there's particles of water in the air.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Nice. That's good to know. I never thought of it. Most of the saunas I've been to were wet type of saunas.
Yeah, and Peter Clark actually was referring to the sauna with washing machine and tumble dryer in the same room. Yeah, well, there's a room, or there's walls around the sauna, and the tumble dryer and the washing machine would be outside that room, so they are not affected by the moisture in the sauna. There will be ventilation out from the sauna to the outside world, so the moisture will exit the house. Would be very, very bad if you had leakage from the sauna into the house. You will rot the wood and everything in the house, and it will just collapse on you. That's very nice. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. It's not like I'm just gonna put the sauna in the laundry room and make it all hot.
Wagyu said just now, back to the Big Bang Theory, every time I've seen the Big Bang Theory, I've had a horrible feeling like a bunch of TV execs went, these geeks and nerds are popular lately, let's make a show to target them. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's
Absolutely,
something to
why
that.
not?
There's something to that, but I think it's also a great outcome, because if you think of that, in the old times, geeks and nerds were typically like on the periphery of communities and everything, and got all the bullies and whatever you can think of. And turns out that later on, they perform better and earn more than those who were bullying them. And I think that this is a really good thing, to be honest, to kind of take just that little type of piece of revenge that you can take. And I think it's also great that the society starts to recognize the importance of them. So this is why I think it is a good idea. But you can look at it from a different angle, that sure, it was created by those executives and they had some reasons behind creating that. I'm pretty sure about
because
that.
they started to become popular because they realized that they run fucking everything. These computers are everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So they deserve the attention and the respect, in my opinion, and they deserve more respect.
Yeah,
so.
and in a sense, of course, it's kind of made funny because that's what you do. Otherwise, nobody would watch. If it's a documentary, nobody would care. Because it's fucking boring to work in IT or doing research, like Amy Farrah Fowler doing whatever research she does, or doing physics, just sitting in a room and watching a formula for 3 days straight and trying to figure it out. It's like watching paint dry. Nobody would watch that show.
Yeah, exactly. But also, you can think of that like some people would think Sheldon Cooper doesn't exist.
Oh,
And
he certainly does.
I can definitely tell you he does. And I know a few people who totally could put together a Sheldon Cooper just like that. And this makes it so much more funny. If you don't know such people, that is another thing you can think of that it is just not real and it's created, but it is so appropriate. It is just, they exist. They are living among us, guys. It's like, it's so much fun. So there are like a lot of fun about that, I think. The same reason why I enjoyed the IT Crowd, because, well, that time when it became popular, I knew a lot of people who were like the stereotypes are like so properly picked up. Like you would never believe. It's like really, really well done. So anyway, but yes, Peter Clark confirmed that the two writers of it used to be geeks. They wrote it and presented it to the execs. So yeah, one of them being
actually Chuck Lorre. If you read at the end of every single episode of Big Bang Theory, there's this white page right at the end, and most of them, except for the last one, is quite lengthy in content about various random shit that he experienced throughout life, like loss of a dog or weird thing that happened to him or some friend or whatever. There's a big chunk of text there right at the end. So if you kind of I want to find some compilation of all of those texts somewhere online, just to see kind of if there's a red thread throughout the stories that he's telling in there, because each and every one of those could essentially be expanded upon and made to its own little episode of some weird Chuck Lorre show. A bit like Larry David went out and did after Seinfeld. There's the what's it called? Curb Your Enthusiasm. Essentially a caricature of Larry David himself being himself in weird situations. So yeah, definitely see a potential for that.
Yeah.
So he didn't used to be a nerd. He still is. Is my point.
Yeah, good point as well. And Wegu also said that IT Crowd characters feel less artificial and plastic to me. I like that show. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really got into that one. Oh, I don't know why.
Maybe we should give it another try. It's kind of fun. So yeah, but I think when you can relate to the characters in a way and you know such people, then it makes it much more fun. Because with the Big Bang, I think my first reaction or the first thing that I would suppose is when someone is watching it, they don't believe that Sheldon Cooper exists. This is one of the assumptions. And then I just can tell that he fucking does. And it's like when you just know people, like some might even be closer to you and they are like that. It's just priceless, I can tell you that. So then it's like much more love in the show if you can relate to to it this way.
Yeah, and
so,
unless you got really, really butthurt when you were younger because you were a nerd, then yeah, I definitely can see value in the shows.
Yeah, definitely. And we have almost science fiction request. 1984.
Yeah, definitely. Hello, Orwell.
Max Levine.
Hello, Max Orwell. Oh, Levine.
So Max Levine wants to hear the remix 1984. And this is Juha Kaunisto and Stealth Ranger Rising 911 mix.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shattered steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world, and no one will keep that light from shining.
I don't want to open that box, but if we would believe now in numerology.
Numerology?
1984, request 1984, and it's kind of like the same creepy as this song.
Well, 1984 is about totalitarian government that watches every move you make.
Yeah, isn't it creepy?
Well, creepy, yes, but I don't see the connection to numerology.
Well, if I would describe 1984 as the novel and the feeling, then this song would be perfect for that.
No, this is more of a military thing.
Well, okay.
So if 1984 was a book about planes hitting a tower that then fell, then yes, I would agree.
Okay, then. But anyway, similar feeling.
And Simla says, kind of haunting. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah,
By
definitely. I don't
Joe
think I heard this before, actually.
Wow.
And this
okay.
is not a typical song that one would request in a show. So that is also why it's great sometimes if we do these random things, because it's always an opportunity to hear songs that were never requested before.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Or things we very rarely hear.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because people have short memories.
yeah, we all do, I think.
And to a certain extent, that is very good.
To a certain extent. It depends what you want to forget. I'm pretty sure everyone has things that we would like to forget. But
yeah, if you want to get over like bad things you did that you regret doing, then that is a good thing to have a short memory span in that case. But if you continuously do bad things because you forgot the bad things you did, then it's not good.
yeah, not good to tweak those things anyway. I guess it would be more convenient, but then there wouldn't be learning curve behind. So you might want to think this through before you want to filter anything.
I wasn't trying to imply that I wanted to tweak it.
Yeah, okay. I get that as well. It's just, it kind of tweaked me further in the thought that some people might want to filter out things, but that's not how learning works.
Not quite, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodrigo Müller has apparently a sauna, and we were talking a little bit on YouTube about that, and says helps if you want to push your inner body system up and running again. Yeah, it creates these heat shock proteins in your body, which are very good for keeping you youthful and strong and all that shit.
Heat shock proteins? Is this the official name for that?
Yeah, there's heat shock proteins and cold shock proteins, one of which you get when you put your body into stress with heat, and the other that it gets created when you put your body into cold situations. And maybe that is partly why Nordic country people seem to have I don't know, longer longevity or whatever, because that comes naturally with the weather.
Yeah, that is very true, but there are like a lot of components here. I probably would not start this thread because I already noticed in 2.5 years a lot of things that can help to expand the lifespan here. I can tell you that. So
yeah, of course, it's not only one thing.
No,
which
definitely
is why I said
not.
Maybe that helps.
Yeah, that might contribute as well.
Not that is the only reason.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's very difficult to track this way because you have several factors that can contribute to that expanded lifespan you have. And I'm very happy that I live here. So I can definitely tell this, and it might not be working for everyone the same way, but I can tell that there are examples to follow here.
And by the way, Rodrigo Müller still is looking for a chair for computer people. We have 2 chairs in here. Both of them are Kinnarps. They are called very good office chairs. And that is a chair for computer people, essentially.
Yeah, I think it helps if you can actually test and try them out before ordering, or at least know the most important features that are important for you, because it's everyone is slightly different in the sense.
Absolutely.
And some might have these like very comfy, cool-looking gaming chairs, but it's, the angle has to be proper and all of that. Details matter. So
yeah, and Wagyu says Racer X. Yeah, they're nice too. There's the can't remember the name of them now, but let me see if I can find it. Racer.
During you will find it. Maybe we can play a song. It's a short one, I promise.
You don't need to promise. I was just looking for a chair. No, I didn't have it, so didn't find it.
Cool.
But there's shit. I need to find the name now, because I was actually considering getting one of those, and they come with different kind of materials and stuff. And there was this one. Maybe that is how I will find it. Secret Lab, it's called. Because they had a chair with a dead mouse print on it that I kind of fancied. But yeah, apparently those Secret Lab chairs are pretty nice.
I believe you. I have to investigate further.
Don't need to. We have 2 good chairs here.
Yeah, probably we won't have space for more. Anyway, thus ahead Dusty and the last V8 metal tribute as a request, so I thought we could just insert it very quickly. Yay.
Yay.
V8, return to the base immediately.
Sounds like a horse or a Mustang. Uh-huh.
My, oh my.
Very nice. That is the top-rated last V8 on Remix 64 and RKO. After that is Last V8 by Lukash. And after that is mine. So I actually ruled the Last V8 listings for 2 years before Lukash came up with his.
Look at that.
And then Dusty came out and whooped both of us. Very nice.
You're so happy to be whooped.
Yeah, I'm happy that there's good music being made. It's so nice.
Yeah, I like that very much as well. So, yeah, really, really nice.
Indeed. Nice.
And he keeps doing nice stuff. Hopefully his new song will come out very soon as well.
Yeah.
That we have shown like last week.
Yeah. Did you have a good look?
That we have played the last week. And still there are some people joining us now, like Cat Poet. She said that she wanted to join earlier, but the kiddo didn't want to go to sleep. Yeah, it might be an issue. Yeah, indeed.
Could have played the part where we talk. They would have gone to sleep instantly. It's no problem.
And then after that, fell asleep, and then all of a sudden, Dusty with the metal tribute. Yeah, so sorry we didn't want to do that. Yes, probably.
It's like who was it? I think it was my sister's kid that only could go to sleep if you played Pantera to them.
Oh, cool. Wow.
And have hard shredding guitars in there and all that shit. No sleep otherwise. Lullabies, fuck you. Need Pantera.
I like that, seriously. I almost adopted a little kitty that was falling asleep to Sonata Arctica, which is a softer type of metal, but still it belongs to the heavy metal genre and more likely the power metal one. And I thought we are a perfect match. I probably should do that, but that time I wasn't really at home. Like, well, I went out like almost every night to meet friends, and I was working in 8 hours, so I thought like, poor little being. Yeah. It would be probably amazing for me when I get home that he or she waits there, but it wouldn't be amazing for the little kitty. So little kitty didn't.
Yeah, it's like our cats here have never been happier because we're home for like what is it now? 3 months? 4?
Yeah,
some shit like that.
They are
work from home,
happy.
so they're really, really happy.
Absolutely. They are always around, and they seem like they never can get enough of us.
Yeah, and it seems like we're going to continue working from home for the remainder of the year, from the looks of it. So they're going to continue to be happy for a little bit longer. And during that time, after we get these up and running, we will have a proper floor side cat cam. We're using actually these cameras and that we have pointing at us now.
Yeah, that should work well.
Yeah.
So, since we are approaching the end of the show, still we can play some requests, I think. One of them is made by Viking number 84.
Viking number 84?
Well, no, sorry, not number 84. Viking R84. I just misread it. I'm sorry. So Vikinger 84. Vikinger 84 maybe. Okay, well, kind of, you know.
Vikinger.
Vikinger 84.
Vikinger.
So he said tunes from
Go.
Tunes from Game On, Magic Disc, and some Crackthrow music. Maybe Fairlight. I picked Instant Remedy and Magic Disc 64 because it's so appropriate continuing with this after a metal song, I guess.
I think so.
Magique Disc 64. Magique d'ici 64. Magique d'ici 64. Magique d'ici 64.
I haven't seen Martin Land furiously dancing in the living room kitchen, but
Is he injured?
I think if he would be around the IRC, he would. I mean, not injured, but probably dance. Like, really dance. So let's see if he heard it or not. Maybe he went out to the kitchen.
Maybe he was busy dancing. It's really hard to type while you dance.
Yeah, that is very true, actually. I didn't think of that. You're right. You're completely right. And it really seems like we reached the end point of the show. And we
Yes,
still
we
have
did.
some requesters that won't get requests today. I'm so sorry. Cowbell, Microcosm, and Mr. Msk.
Mr. Msk.
Mr. Msk. Yeah.
Mr. Msk.
The others got like at least one request, so that's cool. But yeah, unfortunately, we kind of talked way too much. Sorry about that today.
When don't we?
Sometimes we talk less.
Yeah, a little bit less, but when we kind of hit on a topic that we like talking about, we tend to go on for a bit.
Then we talk endlessly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very true.
It's random.
So sorry. Or maybe not that much, but a little. Yeah, you know.
Well, random happens.
Yeah, totally random. Yeah, most of the evening was totally random anyway. But we kind of seem to finish with specific requests now because the previous one was not entirely specified, but still, it was sort of giving us a choice. It's very funny. I started to cough because of the water, like 1 minute before the song has ended, and I was literally coughing like worse when you know start to drink a vodka shot and then you start to cough when you swallow like not on the right way. This is how it felt, and it was only water. So, but the
Been through that experience, not swallowing the right way, or had someone not swallow the right way.
Oh, and
Yeah, a lot of coughing.
mm-hmm. And anyway, I feel very weird because since the early rising today, I already feel like I'm drunk and I hadn't got a single glass of anything. So
You had a sip of mine.
yeah, that was like what 20 milliliters a sip or something, and then I already feel like drunk. So yeah, it's kind of my way of getting drunk, I guess. And Peter Clark said the talking is fine, is part of the character of your show. There is the charm.
It's
My
a bit
God.
like, I don't know, just sitting here with us and talking shit, basically.
And FS says, Ziona, how about playing music and talk with muted microphones only? That would be fun. I guess it would be almost like when you listen to the rotational. So, you never know if we do a live show during the rotational in these 24 hours. We might actually talk during the songs, but our mics are off.
Exactly. We do that
Non-stop
we do that all the time.
Non-stop 24-hour show. You just don't know when we talk. Cool. Sausages, prawns, and now swallowing. Slaygon behave, says Peter Clark.
Oh, behave.
Behave.
Or as George Takei would say, oh my.
Behave. Don't talk like this. It's late in the evening anyway.
It is. That's when shit happens.
That's when shit happens? When you talk like this?
No, late in the evening. Which is what you were referring to. And I responded to.
Never mind. Martin Land said, Ziona is drunk without being. Cheap way of living, way to go.
This is why I early on referred to her as a cheap girlfriend. Because it takes only a sip and she's drunk.
Cheap date, you said.
Cheap date, yes.
Cheap date, yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Board says, thanks guys, been slightly upset, but I have a good excuse. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, I love that hint. I love
that's
that
a very,
hint,
very
Board.
nice hint, Board. Tell me more in private, but tell me more.
Tell us more.
I promise to do zip. If you tell me something that should not go out.
We are not excited at all. I hope you see
not
that.
In the least bit.
There is just nothing that we have
excitement
said.
at all. We are not packing already. I promise. There is no packing going on.
Tickets
there will be none of this going into the bags. I promise. None of it. And definitely no cables, no computers, no preparing of any sorts happening at all. I promise.
Definitely not my tractor.
Where's my bag? Where did I put it?
It is with the other bags where I usually pack them, but you never know because you don't pack your bags. It is me who has to organize things here.
Oh, really?
No, that is not true actually, but it sounded great, didn't it? And they almost believed it.
Yes, it does sound great.
Anyway.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, okay then. So, I think
Mrs.
we have
Organizer,
to finish. Well,
organize this show, the end of it.
Let's organize the end of it. Okay then. So, we approached 11, which means that we already would have to finish the show.
11!
But we didn't. But we didn't, because we have a last wind down tune prepared, which is requested by Microcosm. So yeah, did I? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, sorry, Cowbell and Mr. Msk, but Microcosm's request. I really cannot talk anymore. I'm sorry. Microcosm's request. Berserk. Blasphemy featuring Palazzo and Cage would be played because this is a very, very appropriate Finnish and summer song. Not a Finnish song, but a finishing song. So I think it would be appropriate to finish for today with this. And yeah, I guess I kind of repeat myself that if you want to have another live shows, then you just go to Boss Radio, because other days of the week they always have something to offer, and people can pile up and gather up just like here, but on Discord. So go ahead and check their schedule. And I hope that you all stay safe for the next week. Next week we will be back just as usual. And yeah, take care, really.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And I'm only going to say one more thing, and that is thank you very much to Adam Bart for sending us these lovely small creatures that are now scattered all over this studio.
Yes.
They are back here, and they are back here. We have a lovely little thingy here. Hold on, let's do this. Here's one, and Ziona has one.
Two, actually.
Over there.
Those little thingies. So they're so cute.
One that is not very visible is this one. It's a flat one that one of the. Oh, it's a magnet. It's lost one of the magnets. But I think it's a magnet. It's a fridge magnet, but it's gonna live in the studio. Right.
Yeah, let's make sure that it cannot fall. That's the most important. We have cats as well, so you never know.
But these two might be my favorites. This little guy looks like he's in a spacesuit, a devil in a spacesuit, or is that a monitor or something? And this, it's so cute. Aww.
little elephant mouse kind of thing. So
Very
really cute. And yeah, make sure to check out his stuff. They are like absolutely awesome. Not to mention my pendant, because and this is like micro small, so it's a little house. It's like a fairy tale house. And yeah. Anyway, we have to say goodbye now, but thank you very much again for being with us, and make sure to return next week if you feel like spending time with us and requesting songs.
And next week might be, as Peter Clark suggests, a COVID-64 party.
Okay. I guess we can make that happen. So we spread virtually COVID around here, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna
in 8-bit format.
All
Okay, makes sense. Anyway, have a good night, everyone, and sweet dreams. And thanks once again.
Yep. Thank you for tuning
in. Bye.
And see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.